Cowabunga! Welcome back to my channel. Warm welcome to each and every one of you. It's so good to see you here. Thank you for tuning in. Are you currently injured or concerned if you get injured or have some time off from running? How much fitness will you lose and how long does it take for the fitness to come back? Well, in this video, I'm going to go through my live examples of the past 3 months of what's been happening, or is it 4 months now? I can't remember exactly. I'm going to go through step by step how my fitness had dropped. Yes, we do lose fitness, some fitness when we're injured, when we're injured, and also the fitness does come back. But how quick does the fitness come back? That's what I'll be covering. And stay to the very end where I'll give some words of wisdom where you might be a bit unsure. You've got that little niggle and you're thinking, should I really be taking any time off or should I just run through it and things will hopefully get better? I'll have some words of wisdom at the end. So without further ado, let's crack on and have a little drink and cover how much fitness do we lose? How long does it take to come back? Yes, I've got some lovely stats. See, the joys of wearing my Garmin and tracking. I'll show you where the fitness was, how it is now. But I've got to give a bit of context because this may be the first time some of you have seen my video. My name's Donato. Yeah, currently do marathon running and that's my thing. Having completed New York Marathon back in, was it 2nd of November in my slowest time ever because I was injured going in, but that's no excuse. 5 hours and 10 minutes just to give you a bit of context. So I knew I was going to be recovering from that and how long it took to recover and all that type of stuff. I'll go through that. And I have a marathon coming up this April at Manchester because I managed to qualify for England Masters. So I'm looking forward to representing England in April at marathon distance, which is quite amazing really, considering the first time I qualified England Masters was 2019. Here we are, 2026. That's nearly 7 years. And I'll be going into age 65 category later on this year. Yes, that's right, 65. I don't feel that old at all, really. But yeah, so that's a bit of context of where I'm at, what I've been doing. But you want to know what happened, yeah? Because basically I took 8 weeks off from running. So when I finished New York City Marathon, I'd done 0 running for 8 weeks. That's 5 and 3. Yeah, 8 weeks, no running. I was doing other activities in terms of indoor biking, rowing, all that type of stuff. Walking, I do enjoy me walking. Anything that I could do that wasn't triggering the injury or hurting the injury, even aqua jogging. But it seems that that good old Garmin doesn't really care what you do unless you're running outdoors. But anyway, that aside, so I've got a graph here showing where my fitness was literally in the 4 weeks before I went back to running. And as you can see, there's just one little dot below 46 of a VO2 max. It did drop to a lower one than that, but for some reason it's not recording that on my VO2. The cycling VO2 max did go down to around 44. So it went down quite a lot. And if you looked in my previous video, I showed how I reversed my age in literally just 4 weeks. So my age was improving, getting younger, so to speak, in that time. But as you can see, the VO2 max wasn't showing any recurrence. Now, as well as showing you how the fitness comes back, I'll compare 2 runs. One that I done today, and again, giving some context, today's date is Friday, the 23rd of January, at time of recording. So I've done a nice easy run today, and I'll show you how that compares to 2 weeks ago and how my heart rate, because that's heart rate whilst you're doing an easy run is an indication of how your fitness is improving, and I'll show that as well. So yeah, don't run away just yet. So let me show you the graph of how quick the fitness comes back. Oh boy, yes, it comes back with a bang. So in the past 4 weeks, it is literally going up almost every day. If you look carefully at the graph, there are some days where it does plateau or go backwards, shall we say. Reverse growth, I think some people call that. But it's literally from a VO2 max of just above 46, it's now risen to almost 52. It's 51 at the moment, and risen to 52, which is pretty amazing. So yeah, in 4 weeks, so that's from my first run, as you can see, it leapt right up on that first run. But whilst the VO2 max is great, let's compare the heart rates in terms of the run. So 2 weeks ago, so I was already 2 weeks into my running, and here's the stats graphs showing an average pace of 5:38. I was a bit cheeky where I did peak at some runs. I was getting a bit excited. But the heart rate is the key thing to look at. Average 141 and a maximum of 150. So I try to keep it steady. Pace of 5:38, average 141. Now compare that to today's run. Almost similar pace, average pace, but the average heart rate down to 132. I did pick it up, so I think the average heart rate would have been lower, but you're looking at almost 10 beats per minute lower, and yet it's the same-ish pace. Although you could say my pace of today, average of 5:32, is mildly quicker than the one from 2 weeks ago, which averaged 5:38. So I was going quicker, lower heart rate. So that, in a nutshell, isn't that conclusive evidence that despite how much time we have off, the fitness does come back remarkably quickly? Well, it did for me. How's it been for you? Have you got some examples that you want to share? Leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you and see how your fitness is comparing going up, because sometimes we can get a bit stressed thinking, I want to get back. And one of the biggest issues that I've had myself and others as well, and I know some people have commented, is when we're injured, we're keen to get back really quickly and start pushing and hitting it hard. But to be honest, I didn't do any session as such in terms of reps until this week. So I've been running just over 4 weeks, and that's the first time I've done a quality session. All the other ones are just easy jogs, jiggy jog I'd call it, nice, easy, comfortable runs. And that's all we should be doing, getting slowly back into it, and the fitness does catch up. So if we go back too soon, it often causes the injury to recur, or you get another injury. So just be patient, take it easy and enjoy it. Hopefully you found this useful in some way, and I look forward to hearing from you all soon. Read the comments, have a look at the previous videos. I've got some great stuff coming up in terms of old dog, new tricks. So is this a new trick that I've learned? No, not really. It's part of our physiology. That's how our bodies work. If we look after it well, then it will do that. If we drink our tea, yes, chin chin. Non-caffeinated tea. I might talk about how we burn fat, you know, because sometimes that's a whole new debate. Do you want me to talk about that? But be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that alarm bell, and I'll see you all very soon. And stick along for the addendum, some wise words. Yes, the wise words, the addendum, however we want to call it. Yeah, my key takeaway, I don't know what takeaways you have from what you've watched so far, but for me the key takeaway is to remain patient. If there's that little niggle, you know, say you've done a calf or a hamstring, a muscle tear or something, is just take it easy, allow it to recover. For me, it was almost like one thing after another. I'd recover from one thing and then another thing would come out, or we'd identify something else, because I had, I think, 3 issues happening all at the same time, and we had to take each one down before clearing all 3 before we get back to running. And even then, I think I only done a really easy 15-20 minute jog. I was able to continuously run that. If I felt anything, I've had other injuries in the past sort of 10 years where I do a walk, jog. But that was different types of injuries. With this one, I was able to get almost straight back 20 minutes. But the heart rate, as you saw from those early runs, heart rate sky high. And that's a sure indication of not to push too hard. Take it easy, allow our body to recover, because once we get back into the running, it's still sort of recovering. And then we get the heart rate back down, and then we can get back to the quality training that we want to do. Isn't that what it's all about? Keep on running, keep enjoying yourselves, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care all. Bye, bye, bye. Mwah. Chin, chin. Ah, yes.